Okay, well, we might be getting a little bit of momentum. This can be what it looks like here. You got, I was printing orders this morning, printing invoices this morning. We've got, a small stack this morning, so that's good. This case, while I was printing, ended at 8:58 a.m. And I thought, all right, good, a sale came in. And then this one came in at 8:59 a.m. for 44 bucks, a little adapter. And then this one came in at 9 a.m. Bing, bing, bing. A nice little Topcon lens. Today on The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers, Dealer and Banana Peeler with The Crazy Picker Life. Well, here we are on Thursday, and can't really tilt this thing like the other camera. There's, I don't know, 7 or 8 orders down there, and I just brought you 13 more.
Yep.
So let's get a little momentum.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I was a little bit excited this morning. I knew that when I list some of this stuff that is secondary camera stuff for us, I'd hoped I'd run across some decent things from time to time. And I always thought it was Bosley, like Tom Bosley of Happy Days, but it's Bolsey B2. We had a couple of these cameras come through in the last few months, and I just sold them out in lots. And then I came across a little pocket of items that seemed to go with it. And so I was like, well, kind of missed out on that. Filter set in there, kind of neat, and a case. And then I'm thinking, oh, that's a flash unit. And then I saw this neat little button on there, and I thought, hey, that's pretty neat, you know, that looks collectible. And so I better look that up before I put it out there for, you know, $19.99 for the whole pack of Bolsey equipment. Actual Bolsey exposure guide, you know, somebody that wants to make their little montage here. So long story short, I look it up, and most flash units are not worth much. There are a few, and there are a few that they're making into lightsabers, like Star Wars lightsabers. This I don't believe is one of them, but it could be. I suppose the kids have lightsabers. It's a smaller one. I don't know what they do with them, but these go regularly for $100 bucks. And I was like, whoa, the camera went for like $7 bucks. So I listed it for 100 or something like that plus shipping. And today it's sold on my channel, one of my camera channels, my liquidation channel. Woohoo! Okay, a little bit of updating needed on momentum here. Before yesterday, we had $11,503 listed, 209 items. Pretty sure that's what we have. I'll have to check my board. And Wheeler had a down day, if you call it a down day, I guess. That is down a little bit. 516 and 8 listings. Let's see what I did. I can't really complain too much. I only did 210 and 10 listings, and I did have to estimate on one that I listed for auctions. Whenever I will estimate for this momentum in-house contest for our listing, I will estimate low on anything that's a auction. So 210 and 10. Not very good. We're going to have to up that today for sure. So just a word of clarification before I get on with our day. We've had some family questions on what the heck we're really doing. They thought maybe we're trying to sell $200,000 worth of items in the next 3 months so we can go on vacation. That's not exactly what this contest is. The momentum, most of you probably are following along, but let's clarify. When you make a goal, you want to make it clear, and there's a page that I'm working on that's clarifying some of the things that we have to do in order to make our momentum goal by the end of September, we are trying to list 4,000 items. That means we have to put them into picture form, put them into eBay or Amazon, and get them out there for sale. We want to list a total dollar figure of $200,000 by the end of September. And then the momentum will be, if we list good things and we do a good job and we price them right, we want some of those to sell, and that's the momentum that will happen. But the only way to get a fire started is to go out and cut some wood and get some kindling and get a flame and put it in the right spot and light that thing up, and then you can expect some warmth out of it. So obviously list some items, get some sales. Hope that clarifies. It is a big goal. Yesterday we hit sort of a blowback day where we're like, what the heck did we just proclaim to the world we're going to try to do here? It's pretty big. But let's see if we can rebound today. Okay, so there's that Bullseye flash unit, vintage lot of accessories, sold for $99 plus shipping sometime early this morning. Just to verify for everybody that that's us. Okay, jumping all over the place here. That is quite a trend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday listing.
It's quite a trend. It's like
off the cliff. So what?
Yeah.
What comes after that? That's going to be the question for today. 107, 44, 8, and then the unknown.
Got to go past 50 today.
That's proclamation.
That's the proclamation. I have like 20 more right here, ready to go. So it should be easy.
Yeah, what happened to that camera? Did that camera get listed?
Yep, camera's listed. Case I listed all the hard stuff here, but still, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a struggle. I was
trying
like,
to struggle it out.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Well, I could tell you're having a good day yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. So I got to the easy stuff, and I was just like, that's it.
Are you allowed in Wheeler's office?
Yep.
You are?
I don't know. We're still filming, man. The film is going.
You're in the closet. Wheeler's office is next to the coat closet.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. The illusion has been... the illusion has...
I literally live in the coat closet.
Okay, I got in trouble a little bit for listing some of these things. Wheeler comes by here and he sees some things he likes. I guess this stack of bellows, Sinar bellows. I listed one last night and Wheeler got all mad because he's kind of protective. So late last night I was listing one of those Sinar bellows, and Wheeler's like, oh, those are Sinar bellows. Actually, I had a question for him. I went and brought it to him, and he's like, these list for hundreds of dollars sometimes. I'm like, yeah. So he got kind of protective of the inventory. He likes to list all the good stuff. So there's this kind of thing, and then he saw those bellows downstairs, and so I had another one on my desk that I hadn't listed that I gave him to list. I thought, throwing him that bone here, list that. It's in his office. I could show you. And then now he wants the stuff that Kate's already taken pictures of. And he was down there when I was filming that little thing there. I didn't show him. And he said, well, I'm going to have to start buying stuff off your channel to resell on the Canon Guy channel. I'm just trying to move stuff. I'm just trying to do the right thing, you know. Can't list it all, especially if you only list 8 listings. Did you hear that? Oh, there is a wall here. He is on the other side of this wall. He is on the other side of this wall. There he is. There he is. Can you believe that's Banana Peeler and Wheeler running their triathlon? So, the politics of a 2-person, 4-person, 5-person business, whatever, there are office jockeying in politics, believe it or not. Okay, so I handed Banana Peeler 13 orders that were available for him this morning. I did pack like 7 or 8 last night. Those are not included in that. And so he got 13. I've got like 5 more here from other miscellaneous channels. I like to sell 1 an hour. That's always been sort of a goal. When we do 24 in a day, I like that. That's a good day. That feels like we're making it. So that's always sort of a standard Crazy Picker Life in the back of my mind goal, 1 a day average, and we should hit that today. So I got to get to work. I got to quit filming stuff here, and I got to have some breakfast and some coffee so I actually feel like I look. Woo! Oh man, it's about 4 degrees, nice breeze. Nice sunny day, dry day. 29, let's see, what do we have here? Did 3 miles. I would say easy pace, but you probably can't see that. 29:06 for 3 miles. I was definitely pushing it a little bit. I run harder on the good days and less on the bad days, but I try to get a run in all 5 out of 7 days. That's my big goal right now, and I've been doing that. You know, the days of my peak running are probably over for a while. Maybe if I retire from picking and I don't have kid duties all day long, maybe I'll, you know, hit the 60-year-old circuit or something. I'm 50 now, so I'm in a new circuit. Our first race, I probably didn't mention this, but I got to mile 2 and I followed some people who went the wrong way, and I went the wrong way and had to go back and re-loop, and basically did finish, but different kind of deal. Okay, so I got a few minutes here to talk about momentum. Why momentum? Why we're doing momentum? So from my experience, there'll come times in your business when all the lifeguards are coming in for swimming here. They're looking at me like, hey, old guy, you doing creeping on us? From my experience, there's times in your business where it's going to be slower than you like. And we went from 35,000 in sales in January to 15 or so in April. And there's some reasons for that beyond just losing momentum, but we lost momentum. And so in my experience, it takes about 30 days of hard work doing what you know works. So you can't just do anything. You can't just, you know, work hard researching stuff or straightening your paper clips or rotating your inventory. You got to actually do things that work. In our business, listing good stuff often works. Get the stuff listed, right? Buy good stuff, list good stuff, and then momentum will take care of itself. So 30 days of hard listing in our business will get you to start to see the fruits of your labor. The actual listing will start paying dividends in sales, and you'll start to see it. I think 90 days is like a madman listing cycle. That's about all you can stand at full blast, whatever full blast means to you or me or Wheeler. And if you stick with it for 90 days in this business and in a lot of businesses doing the right thing, you'll really see the momentum. For us, I hope to take a 2-week vacation after that, a working vacation. So that's my reprieve. I'm gonna give it my all there. So you know, you can't just say, hey, I'm gonna start listing. You need to put this on paper. So if you're doing this, put it on paper. Now I put some notes on paper. I made the proclamation that I was gonna do it, and I'm going back and I'm sharpening my plan a little bit, and I'm in it. So you can do that, but definitely write it down. Challenge yourself, make it a little more than realistic. Don't make it too crazy. And then start doing it, you know. So some other reasons that we're doing this is Kate, our second oldest daughter, is in the last year of homeschool, 12th grade high school, and being a guidance counselor for where the kids are going to end up is something neither Lon or I are very good at. It's the first time we're having to face that. The first time we faced it was with Wheeler, and his future is, you know, not 100% clear as well. Lon, my wife, has a different perspective of picking and our business and where the kids should go and all that, and so those discussions are happening. And so, you know, Wheeler has only worked for me, and he did a paper out for a week, and he's done some other minor job business things, mostly with the family. And so part of what he needs is some real world experience, and that's hard to figure out. I mean, what does he want to do? What do we want him to do? What should he do? What does Lon want him to do? What do I want him to do? I mean, all those things come into play. It's not something that's uncomplicated. And he has a lot of interests that are time consuming but don't make a lot of money. And he has work for my business, or our business, Crazy Picker Life business, and that has its ups and downs. And of course, you know, Lon and I both have some views about education. We homeschool. We both, Lon and I, went to four-year schools, colleges, and have degrees, and so we have mixed feelings about where the world is heading with that and what is needed for that. I mean, there's arguments on all sides of the fence there. I'm not going to get into that. And so moving home from the commercial business did a lot of things to stir this up, and it did a lot of things to wreck momentum, right? So even though we had good sales in December and January and even February, and I knew we were running on fumes in a sense. We didn't have a lot of momentum, and we didn't have it a week ago, and we didn't have it a month ago. And so that's why we're trying to get it back. So you need to make your reasons clear. For me, my biggest reason is I want this business to be strong so I can retire someday. But the shorter term goal on that is I need to keep this current buying relationship valid. This person that we're buying from, this camera stuff, wants to sell it to us, and for us to buy some more in October, we got to get on it, because I cannot keep stockpiling. I just cannot keep doing it. So if we don't have the ability to sort this stuff and pick it apart and sell it and get some cash flowing and make enough money to make this justifiable, this relationship is going to go away in its current form. Now, we might not totally lose the relationship, but if we do, we're going to be back to the way we used to pick, which was good, but a lot more intensive, a lot more onesie twosies. So that's a big incentive for me. For Wheeler, I don't know how he would articulate it, but he needs to make a decision if he's in or out. He'll say in, and obviously when he lists 100+ items, you can see he's capable of doing whatever he wants in this business. That's incredible. But then to follow it up a couple days later by listing 8, hey, I understand it. I'm not harping about it, but how about leveling that out a little bit, right? You could just, you know, we've had talks, and I sat down with him and I said, hey, this is how a normal job would work, and I laid it all out to him. Here's what you got to do every day. Here's your checklist. Here's when you could or should start. Is that okay? Okay, we'll adjust that. You know, let's break it up in 2-hour segments so you don't go crazy. And I took this thing and I laid it all out to him, right? And he did it for a couple weeks, and he saw the value in it, and then he went his own way. And he didn't want to do it because it's too restrictive, and I understand that. I understand how some people like to do certain things like that. I'm a little bit like that myself. At the end of the day, I get my work done, right? So, Where am I going with this? I don't know, but that's momentum. Okay. Okay, how was that run?
Pretty easy.
Yeah, how far did you guys go?
4.5 miles.
4.5 miles. I only went 3. How come you guys went farther?
I don't know, because we're more in shape.
It was a nice weather day for sure. Okay, drove home, had a few more thoughts. So, momentum, if you want to put together a momentum, write it down. Have some reasons, some real reasons to pull you through. And, you know, what you're going to write down are your goals, things that you want to do. You got to do the right things in this business. If you've got backstock, which most of us do, you need to list that. That's a good thing. I mean, you can do some sales, repricing, restructuring, all that kind of stuff. But I found that the best way is to just list your backstock. Get that out there, get it for sale. Go mad dog. Here's another thing to think about, and this is what I really wanted to end with. A 90-day momentum madman cycle like this. 30 days, you'll start seeing some results. Maybe you'll get in a groove. Maybe you'll start feeling a little bit worn out. Maybe you'll feel a little excitement. 90 days, though, that's about it. You do a madman cycle for 90 days. That's about all you can stand. That's a short burst, right? Most people, including myself to some extent, need some external motivation. If you're young, if you're new to running your own business, if you're lazy, if you get easily distracted, if you got a lot of things going on, if your wheels are spinning, if you don't understand what it takes, if you got some other challenges, outside momentum will carry you for a while. And if you dedicate and put yourself down to a 30-day, 90-day madman cycle type thing like this, like we're doing, that will break you out of your normal routine. It will force you to focus. It'll force you to break some of the things that hold you back in your business and your life. Now, it may set aside some things in your life that are important and not important. So you got to inform people around you, hey, this is what I'm doing and why, right? That's good communication. You don't want to wreck your marriage, wreck your relationships, wreck your health, whatever. So you got to do some of those things. So the goal, though, is not to do a perpetual 10-year madman cycle and burn out and drop. The goal is to develop some internal mechanisms that allow you to do what it takes day in and day out and then walk away and relax. I have that for the most part. I've developed that over the years where I know about what needs to get done. Some days I'll push a little bit more, some days a little bit less, but I've developed that inner drive and understanding of what it takes, motivation, all that. I don't really need a madman cycle very often, although I need this one. You know, I got lulled into being at home with my feet up and relaxing and my jammies on. I mean, I lulled out a little bit. 6-week vacation in there, let down from the move, da-da-da-da-da, you know, the fridge is right there, the TV's right there, my bed's right there, the bathroom's right there, whatever, right? So I need it. And in general, people that don't have that solid inner motivation and understanding of what it takes day in and day out, you need to develop that. And a cycle like this, a momentum, put it on paper, make it real, have a good reason to do it, have some rewards, have some takeaways, put some things aside, communicate to everybody. Do that for 30 to 90 days like that. You'll see some results. You'll develop a little bit of that internal mechanism that you need to survive and be tough in business. that's it. I gotta go make some Runner's Vitamin Punch. It's good stuff. I forget what it's called, but it's fruit punch and it's got a lot of vitamins in it. Woo! Gotta go make that for everybody. Everybody's hooked on it. It's good for you. Back soon. Alright, before I go make my run, I've got a few more. Whoa! A Schlitz pin. I've got a few more things to pack up. Somebody asked if we're still selling and listing watches. Well, we're selling them, but I gotta find that one. We're selling them. We're not listing them right now because you can't list everything.
Soon you might take off the roof.
The roof?
Yeah, of this Jeep.
Jeep. Jeep. Oh, there's something crawling on me. I think there's a spider in my Jeep. So where are we going, guys?
Post office and then the library.
Post office, library. It must be book day. Okay, let's get some books. I don't know if I showed these scan forms before, but my Indicia mail thing spits those out, and the people at the post office can just scan these sheets, and all these get scanned in, so that's pretty cool. Good day. Keep forgetting to flip it around. So I don't know if I used those scan sheets before when I was doing videos, but they're kind of nice because everything is consolidated. They can scan it right at the counter. You can either get a receipt or not, and then you don't have to worry about them missing scanning or missing them scanning some of those things when they're putting all of them in. I was a little skeptical about it, and it took a little while to get that all sorted out, but I think it's overall good. So I got a couple of emails today. I was putting lots of 3 or 4 cameras, heavy cameras, at auction on one of our channels and using global shipping. And I've used global shipping quite often for different channels, different things, and never had this message, but I got 2 messages that my packages were being reviewed for unallowed illegal things or something. So we'll have to see. Prohibited items. Oh my gosh, these vintage cameras are prohibited items. I don't know what they think, if there's batteries in there or if I'm trying to hide something else in there. I don't know what, but we'll have to see what their findings are. One is a $70 order and another one's a $60 order, and I think I sent another box to this person that already went all the way through, so must be spot checking or something, who knows, you know. Heavy little box. They're like, oh my gosh, that's got to be prohibited items for sure. Vintage cameras. Woo! Okay, let's go to the library and get some books. Both these cats are going in 3rd and 2nd grade. Is that right, guys?
Yep.
And we're learning to read. Getting better at reading. Reading sure is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys get some good books?
Yeah.
Okay.
The flea pigs.
Back to work for me. Alright, so it's Thursday evening. I'm winding down this video. I got 10 listings in, and I've got to come up with some more stuff here for Kate to put on the table and get ready to take some pictures for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have to start going through some lens hoods and some filters and some things like that, try to find a few jewels in there, and then I'm gonna have to start getting into some larger items, boxes, lot up stuff. I've got, you know, a lot of boxes that have just, we've been throwing lens caps and lens hoods and things in there, so I'm either gonna have to sell them individually, which I don't want to do, or lot them up, which it's kind of a horse apiece, you know. So we'll have to see what we're gonna do there. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm gonna end this video and see what else I can do to list some things.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, maybe Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow and Saturday, maybe retread shows. They will be unseen footage. I filmed a couple of episodes back in September, just as or after we moved, and I have to look at them a little bit, but I think I might do that. Next week I'm getting my new camera. I don't have to mess with this iPhone. It's fine, but it's not nearly as easy to use and easy to edit it. So I may do that. If I do, I'll pop in at the beginning and let you know, or the title will say something like unseen footage. It should be interesting, but you know, it won't necessarily all be live or current or whatever you would want to say. So pick well, list often. I'm out of here.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.